Thanks, everybody. We'll continue now with Wisconsin head coach and student athletes. We'll take an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll open it up to questions. So, Coach, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, that's what the Sweet 16 should be about. I mean, just two teams that were just battling like crazy. I mean, that was the level of talent out there on the court and the level of play out there. I mean, that easily could have been a Final Four match. It's unusual to see that high level and back and forth in the Sweet 16. It's congrats on Stanford on an amazing season. Their hitters are a handful. I mean, both teams hitting around 400, and it wasn't because the teams weren't playing some great defense. There were some amazing defensive plays that were out there, but the passing against elite serving was really good on both sides. I thought the setting on both sides, the decision making was at a really, really high level, and the attackers didn't get frustrated. Which just hitting good shot after good shot after good shot. So we're excited to still be playing. Looking forward to, Sunday. Certainly looking forward, and we've got a big challenge, but we're certainly going to feel good about this for the next couple hours.
Thank you, Coach. We'll pass the microphones around. Let's start in the front row on the left.
Kelly.
Before I get to my actual question, Mimi, I saw your reaction to something in the box score. Kind of, what was the stat that really jumped out at you there?
I had 14
kills.
It was, Carter Booth hitting, what did you hit, 700 with 14 kills. I mean, speaks to how good Charlie is and why we're playing so well right now. She's distributing the ball really, really well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
really
stupid.
difficult.
Go team. Good job, everybody.
Then my actual question, the first set to be hitting 514 against a team as good as Stanford, kind of what was going right for you guys offensively?
I mean, I think it was just coming into the match with the mentality that we're on the attack, knowing that we have a little bit of an advantage in trans from what we studied over the film and things like that, and just running with that. I think it was really an emphasis for us to always be the one throwing punches, not the one taking them. And I think, coming out first set, you're getting your bearings and stuff. That was really efficient against Stanford.
Yeah, I think we also had just a lot of trust in one another. I mean, I know for me, if one of our hitters got blocked or made an error, they were right back in the huddle saying, got you, next ball. So I think we're just moving on super quickly, and that allowed us to hit as high as we did.
Kelly.
Let's go on the right side front row. Go ahead.
Kelly, yesterday, I think you were talking about all the things that, find the words that you would need to have to win at this level, maybe the players too. Stanford came back after that first set and kind of had the mojo in their way, and then it felt like you guys responded just when it was getting tough. What did you see out of your team from like the middle of the third set on?
Well, we knew that was going to be the case, that it was just going to be, two teams that were, dropping their gloves and just going at it, right? And so the second set didn't surprise us, and but you've got to be able to respond to keep moving forward without panicking. And I thought we did that. We stayed together. And then we knew the fourth set that we were going to be playing a team that was playing for their season, and that was going to be the hardest one. And sometimes you can get ahead of yourself and be pressing, and we've got to do this. We have to do this, and and it just, you get tense. We didn't do that. We continue to play point by point, and that is so important when you're playing an elite team. Is flushing what just happened. Be where your feet are. It's and I thought we did a really good job with that. The other thing, both teams have freshman liberos, and I thought both of them played at a really, really high level. Really proud of Kristen play today. I thought, she was bombarded with a lot of serves and just kept us in offense the entire afternoon.
We can go in the back in the camera platform. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kelly, could you touch on Natalie's serving run in the third set and just how important that was to turning that set around and just generally in the match as well?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge, right? Because we were down by a few points. She got in there, and I don't know, what was it, two or three aces in a row. I mean, just but she's put in the work. She's put in the work, and she's got that ability to go on to doubt people. As a passer, to get you doubting, and she's got that ability. We've got a few of those players that are able to do that. Stanford has quite a few. I mean, some of those servers, if they get on a run, it can get ugly in a hurry, and we really didn't allow them the entire match to get on a run.
Left front row. Go ahead.
Kelly, for Mimi to have 27 kills against a team this good, kind of how did she kind of elevate you guys offensively, and what does it say about her that she's able to deliver, this kind of clutch performance here?
She took some big time swings, worked the court, and didn't get frustrated. I mean, that's 27 kills is a lot, but the other thing is 8 errors, you can get really, really frustrated with that, right? And hang on those. And it's kind of what I've been talking about is she had a couple of errors early and a couple of things where I don't think she wanted to go, but she just kind of stayed calm, cool, collected, continued to move forward and with a fire and a calmness both. And then you look back and you say, man, those are some really, really great numbers. But how do you handle when things don't go your way for a couple points? And I thought she was brilliant at that tonight.
Go ahead.
Mimi, kind of following up on that. Earlier today, I heard Tori Stafford saying here that this was the kind of matches she came here for. Kind of the same reason other than our weather that you came to Wisconsin for? Was this part of the big motivation?
I mean, yeah, I played my postseason in the field house, and I knew that's the environment I wanted to play in. I want to get in these big games and be competitive and play with a group of girls that want to win, that need to win. And I think our team is doing just that. I think we're gelling at the right time, and we're gaining so much momentum, and there's so much trust. And this team is just really, really good. We're firing on all cylinders. Kelly talks about the 27 kills, but also, again, I'm front row with Carter for 2 rotations, and she's got 14 kills. Like, she makes my job really easy when she's also scoring. They don't know where to go. This team is just so good, and I knew that coming here, and I knew I wanted to play with a really damn good team and compete for championships.
Thank you. We'll go back to the back. Go ahead.
Carter, yesterday you talked about not just playing with joy, but playing with fire. It seemed like you brought that ferocity today. Can you just kind of describe the intensity you were playing with?
I mean, physically, I was humming. Like, I was just, I don't know. I feel like we really tapped into that state where we're tunnel visioned on the goal, which is winning the match, and we're just taking off running and not looking back or not looking down. I think it would be really easy to, after that second set, be like, well, all shucks, they caught on to us, like, we've lost the match, but that's not what happened. We bossed up, and there were so many moments like that where, Jigen makes an error in the end of the third set, comes back with a kill to end the set, right? There's so many instances where things like that happen, and I think it just goes to show, that fight that we can bring when we tap into that.
Go ahead. Back to the front row.
Going back to Natalie's 3 aces for the players, how much of a lift does it give you guys when you see, Nat be able to do that and contribute in such a big way as a freshman?
So much. I mean, her coming in and just seeing the work she's put in as well off the court in practices, and seeing how much she focuses on that because she knows that's her job and she knows we need her and we need her good serve. So it's been awesome to see her growth in that role, and being able to execute in that way it makes me so happy. And also just shouting out Una, who I think is literally the most underrated player in the whole NCAA. She hit 444 and had 13 kills tonight, and she passes dimes. When Una passes, I think we hit over 500 every time. So I just don't think she's talked about it enough, and the amount she does for our team is huge.
Additional questions for Wisconsin? Take one more here.
With that variety of targets for you to go to, it's easy to look at 27, but yeah, 14, 13, I think. And then, let's say Egan with two winners.
Yeah,
When not a night when she doesn't have a whole lot of their
yeah.
going for her. But from your standpoint, moving the ball around, what's that like for you when you see all your choices kind of hitting?
Yeah, very nice. Makes me very happy. I mean, I have a lot of choice, and like I said before, just a lot of trust in everyone. I mean, Grace didn't have the best night, and she came into the huddle every time with her chest puffed out, ready for the next ball, and she told me to set her. And that's exactly what I did, and she gets the game-winning kill, and it all pays off in the end. But I know the work that every player on this team has put in, and all my attackers, so I trust them with my whole heart.
And these are numbers on a page. The intangibles that we are feeling when we're out there are leaps and bounds more valuable than whatever number she put up here. Egan bossed up tonight. She was on fire in all the ways that matter. So I just want to say that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.